So obviously, we have a lot of things to talk about when we talk about the economies of scale. And for me, at Heavenly Greens, coming on board in 2006 as a sales rep, becoming the marketing guy in 2007, to starting a bunch of digital marketing support services like an agency called Complete Online Strategy, to ultimately making a pivot to a SaaS product which is the AGM app, and then having artificialgrassmarketing.com as an agency. I couldn't do all that without my team, or with my right hand man Andrew Crute, which many of you may have met, and that gave by recognizing that I couldn't do all of this stuff because I was trying to do it all. And Dan Tice was paying me very well for what I was doing. And of course, he was getting the results, so that worked, right? But at the end of the day, I found myself overwhelmed, writing blog content, trying to keep up with this, trying to keep up with that. And I was actually slowing the business down by doing that. I didn't realize that until later. And I experimented with a couple of things. I experimented with a direct report, which actually sat over in that corner. I don't know if you can see. There's nobody there anymore because it was easier for me to do the job than to have an employee report to me. And ultimately, what I ended up doing was outsourcing all of my marketing. I outsourced blog content. I outsourced I hired an agency over at Go Studio to manage all of our blog content, manage all of the workflows, manage all the content on the emails, manage just everything on the marketing on the marketing automation side. And then I also outsourced support for whether that was paid traffic or live events. We actually went to at one point I had gone out to an outside agency, hired them to manage all of the home and garden shows that we were doing. So the reason I'm bringing all of that is because that allowed me to invest in support services that ultimately made us more money because of economies of scale. I could spend X and get way more, or not spend that money, save that money, and be focused on that little detail, and missing all the other things that are going on. And the biggest advantage of establishing an economies of scale situation is that it allowed us to grow big time. We were actually the most this company's ever done in a year. I think back in 2015-16 was like 16 million a year, and we've doubled plus that these days. So it's been all by outsourcing and leveraging the economies of scale, and not getting caught up in the different little nuances of all the elements of marketing, but actually taking a look at it from a investment return on capital perspective. And it's the best thing I could have done ever for Heavenly Greens and Artificial Turf Express is outsource it all. And that's pretty much what I did.